Hi, you guys. It's Sarah from My Natural Baby Birth. I wanted to make a quick video about overcoming fear of childbirth because it's really the number one thing I get asked about. All of these moms who become pregnant, it doesn't matter how they want to give birth or what their family history is, there's always some sort of little fear or big fear or many fears. And we absolutely don't want this. Of course, this is supposed to be a wonderful, blessed experience. And you absolutely can get through any fears that you have and actually turn them in your favor and not let the negativity and the stuff get in the way when it comes to getting ready to have your baby and getting through your labor and delivery in a beautiful way. So, real quickly, just six common fears that I see from moms all the time. Number one is pain. The pain. Because someone told you it's going to be the most pain you've ever felt in your life. Everything in the world is compared to the pain of childbirth and how there's nothing like it. And of course, even when we're little, it's drilled into our brains that it is so painful, and just be ready for it because it's going to be the worst thing ever. And of course, we're scared of that. Who wouldn't be? And I'm telling you now, there are so many things that you can do to avoid that pain, to lessen it, to actually make your labor and delivery, your pregnancy, your entire experience feel good. And I'm not talking about just getting an epidural or having drugs along the way in order to change that. I'm talking about natural things that your body is already gifted with. You can absolutely change that story and not let it rule the day. Another common fear is moms don't want to have a C-section. They want to, even if they don't have it naturally, they want to have it vaginally and just come out the way your baby was supposed to come out, because being cut open and having this big surgery and complications down the line, they don't want that. And I get that. I don't want that either. Absolutely not. But C-section rates are so high. And how do we prevent that? There's so many things you can do to help prevent having a C-section as well. But I will say that I am grateful to a degree that we do have cesareans, because I wouldn't have a little brother or little sister without them. They do save lives in many circumstances. And if I absolutely had to have one, I would have one. I have never experienced one, but I know that there's a time and a place that's appropriate, and it's something that we actually can take off of the table in most cases. Another fear moms have is of tearing down there. It already hurts. It already gets beat to death. Why make it worse with a tear? And I've torn 3 times, and I completely agree. I absolutely don't want this for anyone. Sometimes it's absolutely preventable, sometimes it's not. And you can't know until you actually give birth and have that experience for yourself, so you know how your body is and how susceptible you are to tearing. But there's many things that you can do to help prevent that. And then things afterwards that I learned that can actually help make it better, as if it never even happened. So this is something I don't want you to be afraid of, because in comparison to everything else that possibly could go wrong, that won't for you, but in comparison, it's actually nothing that you should even put your mind to. Another common fear is that moms will be afraid that there's going to be a problem with their baby. There's something wrong, and there's absolutely nothing they can do, and they don't want to end up blaming themselves and becoming depressed for their own individual circumstances. And we absolutely don't want this either, because sometimes there is nothing we can do, but your baby is perfect just how they are. And I know that no matter if they have a problem or they're born with some sort of issue, they won't. Either way, you are going to love them and they're going to love you. And no matter what your circumstances are, You are the best mother for them, and they're the best baby for you. And then last of all, common fear I have moms come to me with is, oh, I'm so scared to just become a mother. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to take care of a child. What if I mess this up? I don't know how to breastfeed. I don't know how to parent. And we all, let's level the playing field, because we all feel that way. None of us have ever had a manual on how to be a mom, how to be a parent. None of us have ever figured it all out. And, what we learn from one area versus what we learn through other experiences, it's never one size fits all. So this really just levels the playing field for all of us, because none of us know how to be a mother. Even with each subsequent child, we have to relearn how to be a mother, and only we can figure it out for ourselves. And so that is nothing that you should be worried about either, because you will figure it out, and it will be hard, but you will figure it out. Okay, so I do, just to mention before I move on to 5 ways to overcome your fears, is there is a series I did on this channel a year ago all about overcoming fear of childbirth. It's like a 7-day little challenge that you can do. It comes with like a workbook and stuff you can check out too. But moving on. So what is the number one way that you can address your fears? Number 1, you have to stay away from negativity. You have to stay away from those people or those moms or those places, those books, those movies, groups, whatever, that say anything detrimental to your desires and your experience for what you want in your pregnancy and baby. If you share how you want to have your baby, maybe it's naturally, maybe it's a certain way, maybe it's in a certain place with certain people. If there's anybody that contradicts or counters or says that's a bad idea or just is any way negative to what you want, get out of there. Get out of that place. Get out of that space. They do not deserve your presence and your love, because if they're going to disagree with what you feel is the best for you, they don't deserve to be around you, because it just feeds, it creates doubts. It just multiplies any sort of small sliver of feeling like you're a failure and that this isn't going to work and everything's going to go wrong. It just feeds that, and it's awful. You stand your ground and you put yourself in a place that is supportive. Put people around you that support you, your decisions, how you want to have your baby, and what you want to do. And we have a Facebook group full of ladies like that. If you need it, welcome. You're welcome to come in there. The second thing you need to do to address any fears is find the facts. The facts, not some, maybe you don't care that much at all about having an epidural or not. You just want to have a vaginal baby. Great. Awesome. Find the facts supporting what would happen with you if you have an epidural. The pros, the cons, the scientific research, if that's important to you. Don't talk to someone that, oh, well, so-and-so told me that, I heard this, yada, yada, yada. I wouldn't even talk to doctors and nurses completely about it and go just on their opinion, because they are swayed too in their preferences of how they treat you as a patient, or even your midwife or whoever you have with you. Take all opinions with a grain of salt and just find the facts. Go to places like WebMD and the NCBI PubMed websites where you can look at facts about research studies and about details about procedures and symptoms and everything surrounding different aspects of how you want to have your baby or how you want to give birth. Find the facts at the location you want to have your birth at. If it's a hospital or a birthing center, find the facts about their procedures and their preferences and how it can fit with your preferences. Just find the facts. Take the emotions out of it and find the facts so that you can make your decisions based on based on facts and not on emotions and fears. Okay, that was number 2. So number 3, address any emotional issues you have. If you have like really deep rooted anxieties or depression about any aspect of being pregnant, having a baby, being a mother, you are not any less of a mother and a woman or a wife if you get help talking about things. It is never something that is shameful. It is never ever something that should be hidden under the rug, because we have all gone through something similar, and we all get you, whether we show it or not. So if you have something that you need to talk to someone about, whether it be just a supportive friend or actually a counselor or therapist, please do so, because when you bury things down, it always makes it worse. And we don't want that for you. Your baby feels everything that you feel, and how their heart and brain are wired for love or mental capacity is heavily influenced by you. And so we want you to be in the best state as possible for as long as possible during your pregnancy and birth and afterwards when they're little. And so let's help heal anything that is in the way. I promise it has huge ramifications. Okay, number 4, have a support system. This kind of ties into number 1 of staying away from negativity. Have a support system of people that actually support you. Come into our Facebook group with those supportive moms. You can message me. I'm here to support you. Have people in your family and friends that you know that you can go to just talk. Bounce ideas off of them. The more connected we are as human beings, the happier we are. And the more joyful all of our experiences are when we actually just allow ourselves to be vulnerable about what's going on and just show loving kindness. Have a support system. Maybe it's with your doctor or your spouse, family. It doesn't matter. Make sure you have a support system that you go to. Then the last thing I would say, number 5, is master how to relax. Master how to relax. Because when you tense up during labor, when you tense up during pregnancy, it creates the exact opposite flow of energy and molecules in your body that you do not want. When you are not calm and relaxed, it inhibits what your body is trying to do in creating a baby and pushing it out. It knows how to do it without you, but if you are not relaxed and allowing it to do its job, you're making it worse. You're making it harder. You're leading it down a path that leads to things like complications and C-sections and difficulty and more pain. And so on that note, the 5 things I recommend to address any fears that you've got is stay away from negativity. Find the facts around your decisions and what your body's going through. 3, address any sort of like emotional issues that you may need help with. Talk openly. 4, have a support system of people that you can go to. And 5, master how to relax. And with that, you can go to mynaturalbabybirth.com/relax and get my ebook. It's only, I think it's $7 or $17. And in there, I put all of the things that I did to master how to relax my mind, body, and heart, to fight against fear, pain, and tension that are your enemies of birth, and how you can actually have a blissful birth that you enjoy because you have relaxed your body and you have strengthened your body in a way that this experience is memorable and good and not the opposite of what we hear so often. So, hope that's been helpful. Leave me a comment below and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.